Claude Code just shipped something that changes how we think about AI completely. Not a smarter model, not a bigger context window, something different. Instead of prompting one AI and hoping it handles everything, you describe a complex task and the system spawns a coordinated team of specialized agents that divide the work, communicate with each other, and deliver results no single AI could match. This is called agent teams. In this video, what it is, how it works, how to set it up, and a full live demo so you can see exactly what it produces. Here is the core idea. When you use a single AI, it has to be a generalist. Okay, at research, okay, at writing, but not specialized at any of them. Agent teams flip this entirely. Instead of one AI doing everything, you get a coordinated group, each agent optimized for its specific job. A researcher that is genuinely great at research. A copywriter focused entirely on writing. A reviewer whose only job is catching what everyone else missed. And unlike sub-agents which only report results back to the main agent, team agents can talk to each other directly. The copywriter can ask the researcher for more data mid-task. That changes everything. Here is the actual flow. You give one prompt describing a complex task. The lead agent, the orchestrator, reads that task and decides what specialists are needed. It spawns them, assigns each one a role, and coordinates who runs first and who runs in parallel. Each agent does its work, passes context forward, and the lead agent synthesizes everything into a final output. You watch the whole thing happen in real time, phase by phase. The result is better than any single AI because each part of the work was handled by something optimized specifically for that part. Until now, the entire industry was focused on one thing, making a single model smarter, more parameters, more data, better training. Agent teams are a different bet entirely. Instead of one super brain, you get a coordinated organization. That unlocks a completely different category of tasks. Long horizon projects that used to need constant human oversight can now run autonomously with agents checking each other's work. Multi-step workflows with research, analysis, creation, and review happen in one coordinated flow. Tasks that were simply too complex for a single AI before, a lot of those just became possible. Multi-agent systems are not a new concept. People have been experimenting with them for years, but this implementation is the first one that feels genuinely production ready. First, automatic orchestration. Claude decides what agents are needed. You do not manually spawn them. Second, intelligent coordination. Agents share context naturally, not just pass outputs down a chain. Third, built-in specializations, pre-configured for research, writing, analysis, and quality assurance. And fourth, error handling. If one agent produces bad output, others catch it and course correct before the final files are written. Setup takes about 5 minutes. You need Claude Code installed and a Pro or Max subscription. Pro is sufficient for a few tasks per day. Max gives you considerably more headroom for heavy usage. Agent Teams is an experimental feature and is not enabled by default. You need to open your Claude settings file and add one configuration block that turns on the experimental Agent Teams flag. The Claude Code docs show the exact line to add. And once that is saved, create a project folder for whatever you are working on and add a claude.md file inside it. This is where you give Claude context, who the audience is, what the brand voice is, what the goals are. The more context you give here, the better every agent performs. The task being run here is a 3-day social media content package for an AI automation YouTube channel. The team being spawned, a researcher, a strategist, a copywriter, and a reviewer. The prompt names each role explicitly. When you want consistent results, specifying the agents you want beats letting the model decide everything on its own. Watch what happens once the prompt is submitted. Right away, Claude confirms the output folder is ready and announces the plan. 4 phases running sequentially, each feeding into the next. Phase 1, the researcher spins up. Real source data, not hallucinated filler. Phase 2, the strategist takes that research and designs a 3-day content arc that builds on itself. Day 1 establishes identity. The shift from vibe coding to agentic engineering. Day 2 delivers tactical value, a framework comparison for choosing the right agent tool. Day 3 closes with the economic angle, the cost mode that open weight models create. Each day feeds the next. Phase 3, the copywriter writes every post, 0 filler openings. Every LinkedIn post opens with a hard stat. Every Twitter thread has 7 numbered tweets with the final one pointing to YouTube. Every Instagram caption has the carousel format note and hashtags built in. Phase 4, the reviewer audits everything. It comes back with approved with minor edits, caught a grammar error in a Twitter thread, flagged unsourced statistics, noted Instagram carousel formatting. All fixes applied automatically before the final files are written. 3 files land in the output folder, around 400 lines total. Opening any one of these files, each one contains the same complete structure. A specific UU2B video title with a 2-sentence description. A concrete image concept, not laptop on a desk, actual visual direction. A LinkedIn post between 500 and 800 words, data-backed with source attribution. A Twitter thread, 7 numbered tweets, final tweet is the YouTube call to action. And an Instagram caption between 150 and 220 words with the carousel format and hashtags. This is a full week of content, 3 platforms per day, written to platform spec, built on source data, reviewed and corrected before delivery. The whole thing ran in just under 14 minutes from a single prompt. Agent teams are not cheap. A run like this uses a meaningful portion of a pro session allowance. On Max, you get considerably more headroom, roughly 8 to 10 tasks like this in a 5-hour window. The cost is worth it for the right task. But use single AI for simple focused work and save agent teams for projects that genuinely need this level of coordination. When you need genuinely different expertise applied to different parts of the same project, and when you want built-in quality controls without adding it yourself. Use single AI when the task is simple and focused, when you need a fast answer, or when you're watching usage budget. A few tips before you try this. Start with a low-stakes project first. Be specific in the brief, include brand voice, target audience, and any constraints. Review everything the agents produce. They are good but not perfect. And run the usage command after every session until you have a feel for the cost. This is what a real shift in AI looks like. Not a smarter model, but a smarter structure. Specialized agents working in coordinated phases with built-in quality control, delivering production-ready output from a single prompt. The tasks that used to require a team of people or hours of back and forth iteration, that is exactly what this was built for. Subscribe for daily breakdowns of tools exactly like this and join my school community for more valuable breakdowns like these. Drop a comment. What would you hand off to an agent team first?